So welcome to tonight's Monday night product call. This is August 29th, and welcome everyone to tonight's call. I'm going to ask that you all monitor your own mute, and so that we don't have a lot of background noise going on. And I'm going to furthermore, when I do finish the presentation, then we can unmute and you can ask whatever questions you may have. So welcome to tonight's call. And I'm going to jump right on in because I've got a lot to cover and a short time to do it in. So what I'm talking about tonight is anti-aging and glutathione, and how the best way to approach anti-aging is from the inside out. I've attended the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine conference many times in Las Vegas. And one of the things that struck me from the beginning and continues to kind of rattle me a little bit is how these medical doctors seem to be overly concerned with the cosmetics of anti-aging and not with the internal and health benefits. And what I've decided is it's because they've just given up on finding anything that works. And so I'm here today to tell you that we have something that absolutely works. And so tonight I'm going to go through just the anti-aging benefits of glutathione, because that's really our calling card, is our glutathione. Although, yes, there are other components in the product that also have tremendous anti-aging benefits. Tonight, I'm going to stick just to glutathione, but that alone will cover my entire portion of this call easily. So I'm going to get into that right now. So we all are familiar, I hope, with free radicals, but for those who may not be, a free radical is an oxygen molecule that's missing one or more electrons. And because of that, oxygen is a highly reactive species. It will absolutely go after any electron it can get. And so when you've got a free radical oxygen anion that is missing its electrons, it can wreak havoc in your body. And it wreaks havoc in other ways as well. Many of us are familiar with rust and corrosion. Well, those are largely due to oxygen reacting with moisture or other gases in the air and that particular metal typically. And in the case of steel and iron, it results in rust. And we're all familiar with that. Well, but that's also how we age. We literally, to great extent, rust. Our bodies suffer oxidative stress, which results in aging and even premature aging. And that's what I want to talk about tonight, is how to reduce this premature aging and even to some extent the natural aging, and to prolong not just life, but a healthy, vibrant, abundant life. So I'm going to start from some kind of very basics and go to the specifics. So one thing, like I said, we're talking about glutathione. Glutathione is our bloodstream's master antioxidant. It is the most ubiquitous compound in the human body, except perhaps for water. But other than that, it is easily the most ubiquitous compound in our body. It's present in every cell. And the amount that's present in every cell can vary for many reasons, but primarily due to age. Our glutathione level peaks in our late teens and early 20s, and then begins to fall off. And the latest figures I've heard is that it falls off at about 15% per year. What that means is by the time we're at age 40, we're really lucky to have 50% of the glutathione that we had when we were in our early 20s. And by age 65, which was my case a year ago, we're lucky to have half of that much. And so we can definitely benefit from increasing our level of antioxidants, and especially glutathione. And I'll be getting into that later. But anyway, your glutathione can protect your cells, your tissues, your organs, your glands from damages that are caused due to these free radicals. And it can detoxify the body. It's crucial to immune system regulation, and that means that it can also aid in preventing seasonal infections. So oxidative stress happens when there's a buildup of these free radicals and your body does not have sufficient reserves of high quality antioxidants to neutralize them. This imbalance can lead to oxidation, which is the same chemical reaction that causes iron to rust and can similarly play a corrosive and destructive role in the premature aging of your body at the cellular level. This can result in damage to your cells, your tissues, your organs and glands, and eventually cause premature aging. In fact, high levels of oxidative stress have been shown to be the root cause of not just numerous physical disorders, but can be shown to play a crucial role in the causation of virtually all physical disorders and most, if not all, inflammatory disorders. Glutathione is singularly crucial in helping to reduce the risk of oxidative stress, which may in turn reduce your risk of chronic disease. Glutathione benefits for your skin, which are the most your skin's obviously the thing people notice first. And so anti-aging your skin is obviously a crucial benefit. And so as we age, our skin and complexions are the first things affected. We have fine lines and wrinkles that show up, pigmentation issues, dryness, and these are merely a few of the obvious outward signs of aging. However, instead of merely covering up the problem from the outside, why not take an inside-out approach? With glutathione, your cells can heal and regenerate themselves. Glutathione can not only decrease the wrinkles on your skin whilst improving skin elasticity, but it can also detoxify your skin and the subcutaneous fat layer below your skin, which leaves your skin looking much healthier, more radiant, like it was when you were younger. Aging impacts the immune system in a number of ways. One of them is chronic inflammation, which is often caused by oxidative stress in the body. According to numerous studies, which these all can be found at pubmed.gov, glutathione helps lessen oxidative stress by regulating and modulating the body's immunological response. Autoimmune diseases attack the mitochondria in cells. Glutathione, it can protect both the cell and its mitochondria by eradicating free radicals to prevent or at least delay the onset of numerous chronic diseases. Guys, this is so crucial. The balance of GSH glutathione, SOD, superoxide dismutase, and the SAG, the S-acetylglutathione in our product means that our SAG is able to get into the cell and even into the mitochondria within the cell to protect it from oxidative stress and damage, but to even reverse existing oxidative stress and damage. This is so crucial because it's that oxidative stress, especially when it occurs to our cellular DNA and even mitochondrial DNA, that can lead to a very, very, very serious health condition, which I cannot name, to remain compliant. And at this point, I do want to stop and say that everything I'm telling you tonight is merely for education purposes, and nothing that I'm saying is intended to claim that anything that I'm talking about could diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease. But that being said, with sufficient levels of glutathione, you can prevent oxidative stress. And as I said, the oxidative stress is one of the most horrendous things that occurs in our body that can lead to dis-ease and disorder in our body. As we age, our bodies aren't able anymore to efficiently produce the cytokines necessary for the regulation of immunity, of inflammation, and even the creation of new blood cells, both red cells and white blood cells. Similarly, there's a significant decrease in our T lymphocytes, and in our older population, which because of that, that affects inflammatory profiles. This increased production of free radicals, which occurs as we age naturally, and the natural depletion of glutathione doesn't help at all. The good news is that when we have optimum glutathione levels, which we can achieve through supplementation with, among other things, Provizion GSH, we have a far better chance of reducing and or even eliminating this inflammation. Studies focused on lung inflammation have proven the protective and therapeutic role of glutathione in oxidation-induced lung injury and inflammation. Results have shown that glutathione's effect on oxidative stress significantly reduces cell inflammation in the test subjects. Glutathione effectively down modulates the NF-κB activity responsible for the expression of pro-inflammatory genes. Glutathione also plays a crucial role in repairing wounded tissue. Results of a 2007 study showed that iron-based complexes, when coupled with glutathione, accelerated wound healing in animals. Now, I know we've all heard, oh, he's got iron poor blood. Well, exactly. When you have more glutathione and more iron, this will increase your body's ability to heal. Yet another effect of glutathione's anti-inflammatory abilities is its contributions to gut health. A study on the effect of glutathione in gastrointestinal inflammation showed that insufficient GSH levels in the intestine can trigger both acute and chronic inflammation. So this phenomenon is a common occurrence in leaky gut syndromes. And in point of fact, a separate study recommended that glutathione levels be monitored in children who had suffered severe malnutrition and or gastrointestinal disease or failure to thrive, and even those with behavioral learning disabilities, because even they have found a link there to leaky gut syndrome. Glutathione also helps in managing various digestive issues and malabsorption syndromes. It protects the various organs of the digestive tract from inflammation, infection, and cell damage. And furthermore, it serves as a prophylaxis by defending the stomach lining from oxidative stress, antigens, and the development of unregulated growth cells. And I am speaking in code there. So preventing cardiovascular issues also won't necessarily make you look younger or necessarily make you age slower. However, it will definitely help you to maintain a high quality of life by both reducing the risk of severe and acute cardiovascular issues. And please remember, cardiovascular related issues are the leading cause of death, not just here in the United States, not just here in North America, but worldwide. And especially, again, as we age, meaning 65 years or older, it radically increases and leads to even a higher level of number of deaths. And so, you know, this is of really crucial importance. Now, glutathione can not only help your protect your cardiovascular system by reducing oxidative stress and facilitating normal cardiovascular function, but in an experiment conducted with animal subjects, glutathione deficiency resulted in abnormal vascular and cardiac function and structure. It was found that the lack of glutathione activity is common among patients who suffer these various cardiovascular disorders. So think about this. A deficiency in glutathione is common amongst those who suffer cardiovascular disorders. And on the other hand, people who are at advanced stages who have no cardiovascular disorders typically have higher levels of glutathione than even the general population. Put those two together and what do you get? Also, studies have shown that glutathione is also antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. Enough said. One of the many physical changes that comes with aging is the loss of bone density. Now, I'm sure that many of us are really concerned about this. And this loss of bone density can lead to a loss of mobility and even premature and debilitating bone fracture. Now, there are many factors that lead to this, and I'm not claiming it's strictly tied to glutathione deficiency, but certainly one of the causal factors is, again, oxidative stress. And this is where glutathione plays a crucial role. In a 2009 study, antioxidant levels in postmenopausal women who suffered severe bone density issues were compared to healthy subjects. And it showed significant differences between the two groups in terms of their antioxidants. And according to the researchers, oxidative stress markedly increased bone demineralization and the increased, therefore, free radical levels. So being the master antioxidant, glutathione has been shown to be key in delaying bone loss. Studies have also shown that our bone condition directly affects the immune system. So there are various cytokines and other immune factors that regulate bone cells. And there's a direct link between T cells and bone health. So the stronger our immune response, the stronger our bones are. And in this regard, glutathione may indirectly contribute to maintaining optimum bone density, whether we're young or old. Furthermore, results in a published study showed that glutathione supplementation was able to enhance the ability of muscles to use oxygen while simultaneously reducing fatigue when engaged in strenuous physical activity or exercise. So for those of you who are on this morning's call and heard Mike Mallon, who's incredibly buffed, and he talked about how he's able to work out longer and harder, and the guys in his gym are coming up to him saying, dude, you are able to lift so much more, you're working out so much longer. What's going on? They want what he has. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's not just anecdotal. It has been proven that glutathione supplementation will enhance your muscles' ability to uptake and utilize oxygen. And it's also been shown to neutralize the resulting lactic acid, which is caused from exercising and working muscles. And so that's why you can work out longer and harder and yet have a much reduced recovery period, is because of all of the benefits of the glutathione. And since glutathione also, as I've already mentioned, supports cardiovascular and pulmonary performance, optimum glutathione levels allow us to perform more physical tasks better, heavier, without getting exhausted too quickly and without serious recovery issues. With optimum glutathione levels, growing old may not necessarily even mean cognitive decline. So we know from earlier that glutathione depletion has a lot to do with the development of neurodegenerative disorders. And as our brain continuously consumes 20% or even more of the oxygen that we absorb in our lungs, the dreaded free radicals are therefore being created also within the brain. And it's therefore crucial that both antioxidant activity and detoxification occurs within the brain. And it's in this area that glutathione plays a crucial role. One of the characteristics of the degenerative disorders that are plaguing more and more Americans is the buildup of a certain protein within the nervous system that can further deplete glutathione levels. Thankfully, glutathione supplementation holds promise in slowing down this progression. And in fact, clinical studies have shown that increased glutathione levels were found to improve memory in animal subjects who were suffering this disorder. Now, it's been well established that all neurodegenerative disorders are caused to some extent by oxidative stress. And that's why glutathione has a similar effect on all patients with these conditions. And on top of that, glutathione improves your mitochondrial health, and the reverse of which, the deterioration of mitochondrial health due to a deficiency of glutathione, is a hallmark characteristic of degenerative neurological conditions. A study on one such neurodegenerative disorder revealed that the condition involves the loss of dopamine involving neurons in the brain. So by depleting our body of the neurons, which is, it actually occurs through an oxidative stress condition, that then leads to this neurodegenerative disorder. So in preclinical stages of this disorder, they've tested people who were preclinical but still were showing signs and had histories in their body, and they showed that these people had lower glutathione levels. Then when they supplemented their glutathione levels, they found that it reversed the symptoms, the signs of this disorder. Also, sleep. We all know how important sleep is. If we don't get sufficient sleep, the next day we're just not functioning well. We're not as aware. We don't react as quickly to things. And this is why prolonged sleep deprivation and even sleep fragmentation, which is when you sleep, but you wake up frequently and you experience trouble going back to sleep. And again, as Mike said this morning, he was having that problem. It can lead to many serious consequences, which over time can build up to lead to impaired brain function. It can prematurely age your skin. It can weaken your immune system, and it can impair many metabolic processes. In fact, it can even lead to your body's inability for your insulin receptor sites to recognize insulin, and it can lead to insulin resistance. And so every night that we don't get a good night's sleep is a night that we don't perform well the next day. And so as you stack those nights up, you're increasing your risk for all these many disorders. And so getting a good circadian rhythm established, especially as we age, is so important. We often, as we age, sleep shorter hours, spend more time in lighter stages of sleep than in the deep sleep, which better rejuvenates us. And this is why these sleep-related disorders and other neurodegenerative disorders become more prevalent as we age. But thankfully, studies have shown that glutathione can help you to achieve a full and revitalizing sleep. And often, just 2 days to 2 weeks into supplementation, people are knowing that they're sleeping more, longer, and better. And that's so important that we get that longer, deeper, more restful and rejuvenating sleep. Also, an experiment conducted at the University of Louisville was tied to demonstrating the life-prolonging effects of glutathione. And this is kind of cool. They didn't get much funding, and they still wanted to do the study. So what they did was they were able to get a lot of mosquitoes, and they literally injected glutathione into the mosquitoes to increase their level of glutathione, some of them 50% and some of them as much as 100%. And what they found was that the mosquito subjects lived longer on average by 30 to almost 40% longer than the average mosquito. And based on that, they said, well, you know, it might work for humans. Well, I'm conducting the same experiment on myself to see how much longer I can live with my elevated levels of glutathione. A similar study was conducted in Denmark, but this study looked at it from a different point of view. This is a centenarian study. By centenarian, I mean people who have lived to at least 100 years of age. Now, this particular study, the entire study group was of people who were 100 to 105 years of age. And they compared them to people who were maybe not even as healthy, who were only 60 to 79 years of age. And what they found was the centenarians, the key thing that they discovered in this without knowing what they were looking for. What they found was that the centenarians, the people that were 100 to 105 years of age, exhibited much higher levels of glutathione than the subjects that were only 60 to 79 years of age. Now, think about this. Success leaves clues. Well, this is a really great clue. These are the breadcrumbs that can lead you to a longer, healthier, more vibrant and abundant life. Is that if these people who made it to 100 and beyond had higher levels of glutathione, and these people who were up to 45 years younger had lower levels of glutathione, you might want to consider increasing your level of glutathione. So they also found, by the way, that these subjects that had the high levels of glutathione at age 100 or beyond, also compared to this group at 60 to 79 years of age, had lower cholesterol, a lower BMI, lower body mass index. They suffered fewer illnesses, had higher levels of self-rated health, meaning rating their own health. They said, yeah, I'm healthy as I can be. Whereas the people who were up to 45 years younger were not too happy with their health, and they even had lower blood pressure. So overall, glutathione can be a miracle molecule. And while it may not keep us alive forever, and certainly may not even keep us younger forever, it can definitely assist us to achieve more years and more life inside of those years and enjoy every minute of it. So guys, I'm going to end the recording there, and give me a minute here.